Trey Lance, and not really a rookie, but only his third career start didn't go too well. They lost in the rain in Chicago. Here's what Trey had to say yesterday.
I'm the only one that touches the ball other than the center every single play. So it's my decision most of the time where the ball goes, how it gets there, things like that, pre-snap, getting us in the right play, getting us in the right call, whether it's run game, pass game, protections, whatever it may be. So I make the most of the decisions other than the play call with Kyle. So at the end of the day, I mean, I see it as there was always pretty much a better answer. If I don't, incomplete pass, whatever, there was always, for me going back and watching the tape, there's always an option or always a better answer.
That's Trey Lance on the podium yesterday in Santa Clara. Taylor Bisciotti is there today in Santa Clara. Omar Ruiz with us as well as we get ready for the 49ers and the Seahawks coming up on Sunday. What's the story with Trey Lance heading into his second start? Taylor?
Well, there was no beating around the bush yesterday. Kyle Shanahan was asked on Wednesday if he hears any of the outside noise around Trey Lance and if there is any concern there. He said that's exactly what it is it's outside noise. It has nothing to do with what's going on internally. In fact, he doesn't even account for it. It was a similar answer to the one that he gave on a local radio station here in San Francisco just last week. He was asked if bringing Jimmy Garoppolo back in as a backup quarterback in some way insinuates or implies that they have any less faith or confidence in Trey Lance. Shanahan actually kind of laughed and he said, no disrespect to any fan, but that just kind of sounds like a fan's theory that he's made up that doesn't really know much about the situation. Shanahan said, Trey Lance is doing everything right. He's accounting for his mistakes. He's studying his film. He's trying to get better. As you just heard, Trey Lance, he's fully taking accountability for any mistake that he's made. And you've got to keep in mind that that was Trey Lance's third career start for the 49ers. He hasn't even had 100 career passes in the regular season, 100 career throws completed. And the weather, the rain, he's not using that as an excuse, except you've got to account for that and what happened in that game because Justin Fields and Trey Lance were both affected by it. And Andrew, I hate to say it, but this week in Santa Clara, there is rain on the forecast. Weather could be a component. There's a 60% chance of rain in Santa Clara. So Trey Lance said that later on in the week at practice, they are going to be practicing with wet footballs to better prepare.
Boy, because the rain was an issue last week as well. Now, the forecast does not call for the same kind of rain as we saw in Chicago, but it could be 2 games with rain here. Thank you, Taylor, for Trey Lance. Meantime, perfect weather Monday night, Omar, for Geno Smith, and he was nearly perfect in the first half.
Yeah, started out completing 13 straight completions for the Seahawks, and this is something years in the making. Seahawks obviously having all the confidence with Geno Smith as their starter. Seemingly every time I'd go up and cover a Seahawks practice, there was Geno Smith working with quarterbacks coach Dave Canales, the entire script of the practice. So Russell Wilson would do the practice, then Geno Smith essentially would then double up that practice and get all the reps on the field with Canales, his quarterbacks coach. I asked Geno about that, and he said he always saw himself as the starter. He just doesn't play because Russell Wilson is so durable. So him justifying all that faith in him for years. They're doing the same thing now with Sean Mannion and Drew Lock behind the scenes, getting them ready just in case. But Geno Smith, you heard Pete Carroll say it after the game, this is the best version they've ever seen him. Now, how does he follow up with that against the 49ers, especially when you consider that the Seahawks rarely ever acknowledge that one game is bigger than the next? Pete Carroll saying that this was extra special for them. Well, refocusing now on an NFC West opponent. They get back to their season goals. Remember, Andrew, they are the top seed right now after one game in the NFC West. They want to keep it that way, and beating a team that was in the NFC Championship game in their division a year ago would go a long way toward that.
And they own the 49ers. They do. As much as people talk about the 49ers owning the Rams, the Seahawks, if you look at the numbers of late, own the 49ers. That one's coming up Sunday in Santa Clara. Might have rain. Thank you, Taylor Bisciotti, live there at the 49ers. Omar Ruiz as well. An interesting battle of quarterbacks. Geno Smith, Trey Lance, certainly, as you guys just said, very, very different numbers here. Very different numbers. Week number 1. Let's dive a little bit deeper on these 2 quarterbacks. For that, Mark Ross and Brian Baldinger. Mark, start with you. What do you see from Lance week 1? What do you want to see week 2?
So what I want to see for Trey Lance is playmaking. So a lot of his flaws or some of the things you saw the last game won't be able to be worked out one game to the next. This is a long-term season thing, the accuracy, the locking on to a receiver. He needs to scan the field better, but that's not really going to be solved from one game to the next. But what I want to see is him be able to make the plays in key situations, as we saw his counterpart Justin Fields do throughout the game. Struggled badly in the game, but Justin Fields made the plays, and Trey Lance did not make the plays. Look, everything's not going to be perfect. I was around Donovan McNabb when we first drafted him, and even Eli Manning, where there was the struggles, but they had the playmaking element that won games for our teams. And it was the belief that your team had in you that, okay, despite the struggles, you're going to get it done and you're going to make a play when you need it. So I would like to see that from Trey Lance this week, the next week after. If those other flaws get worked out, great. But he's got to make plays to help that team win.
Baldy, what do you think on the other side here? Geno Smith. Again, first half, Kurt Warner said it yesterday. Really, really good. Second half, made some plays. Different guy than the first half.
They weren't quite as aggressive in the second half of that game. But you got to remember here, Andrew, in that game Monday night, both teams only had 8 possessions. The Seahawks only had the ball for 49 plays. And so Geno's not getting a lot of opportunities to really get into a rhythm, get hot. I mean, he's getting some rare third downs where he's got to convert, stay on the field to put up 17 points. He ran the offense to perfection in my mind. And I don't think Pete Carroll could have dreamed it up any better than the way that it played out. Now, they got 2 goal line stands. You can't always, count on anything like that, where maybe you do have to open it up more in the second half because you don't have the lead. But for what they asked him to do, the way the game was played, the minimum number of possessions, he was great. He took care of the football. He got out of harm's way a couple of times, and he flipped the 2 touchdown passes. If they get like that against the 49ers this week in a similar type game, they'll be very happy if it comes down to late in the fourth quarter to determine who's the winner.
Why don't you just button this up with the numbers here? People say, what do you mean the Seahawks on the 49ers? If you go back to the 2013 NFC Championship game, all right, this is a long way back, I realize.
Okay.
It's 15-2 in their last 17. 15-2. So this game's in Santa Clara. Seahawks looking to go to 2-0.
One of them was a playoff game, though, that the 49ers won that got them to the Super Bowl.
Yes, that was a significant game as well. That is included.
Just bringing it
in the math. I'm glad we put that in parenthetically as well. Thank you, Baldy.
Yeah.
And thank you, Mark.